Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Lords of the Night. With me, as always, is the Lord of Pain, Ranting Monkey.
Hello.
And the Lord of Pennies, Satsu 2 cents.
Could you have picked a more uncomfortable looking tissue?
And I'm your Lord of Punishment, and apparently incorrect background image picker, Scribe Light.
That's not Sherman.
I'm just saying, that shit look like it don't feel good at all.
It's quilted.
That don't look quilted.
It's ribbed for your pleasure.
No.
I don't know. It was the first stacked toilet paper picture I came across. Who's that?
Hook my thing up so I can stream.
Oh, hook your thing up so you can stream?
It's Grand Monkey! Grand Monkey. That funky monkey.
Don't be yelling, okay? Because we don't want to make chat deaf.
Oh, boy.
What's that?
She said, what's that?
In the meantime, hello, chat. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone has had a good week and a good weekend ahead. But Grand Monkey's here. So we must take time out to say hello to Grand Monkey.
There you go. Say hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
No?
No? Oh.
Yeah, let me try. Say something.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, it's not that. Those aren't working.
Hmm.
All right. You'll have to wear mine, baby. No, I need a new splitter.
Meanwhile, Aaliyah's in the other room like,
All
da.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi.
I love you. Bye.
Oh.
Have the kids? Let me give you a cheek. Give me your cheek. Love you.
Oh.
Night, baby.
Have something to eat.
Night, honey.
Oh.
Sorry, guys.
No, nothing to apologize for. It's Grand Monkey, everybody. Yay, Grand Monkey. And I think also we have a I forget what's the Squishy's Lord name? I keep forgetting.
Lord of Penis.
Lord of Penis, right.
Because I'm not
Squishy, Lord of Penis. Hello.
What is?
Special guest. Thank you. This is Kyle. Hello, chat people and Lawton. Well, hello, this is Kyle. Yeah, so guys, hi. How are you doing? Thank you for coming to the show. We've got about 2 hours worth of amazing news and entertainment for you. I promise. That's not thing you can hold me liable for legally, by the way. Satsu, how are you?
Pretty good. Today, I spent a good majority of the day just playing with Aaliyah, who's getting better and better at crawling every day. But she's also doing this weird thing now, where if she's laying on the ground and she's just kind of chilling and she's particularly happy, she flails like a maniac and laughs hysterically, just out of nowhere. And then she'll be straight faced like in the next second, and then randomly she'll just do it again. And I'm like, what's happening here? I don't know when she started it. I think it was just a couple days ago because I've never seen her do that before. But yeah, she'll just start flailing like a psychopath and laughing hysterically. I'm like, are you okay?
Hey, whatever entertains her, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'll take that over crying any day. She's
gonna kill us in our sleep.
Maybe.
And Squishy, how are you?
Well, you know, I'm alive.
All right. Hey, Monkey, can you outdo that? No, he's probably dealing with family right now. As for myself,
I'm sorry. I answered you. I had it muted.
Oh.
I feel like I'm dying. How you doing, Scribbles?
Well, yeah, my day was nice and quiet. I was the only one at the office today because many schools have been closed and many coworkers with children have to stay home. So I was there all by myself for the first several hours, which is kind of nice, actually. So between people having to stay home with their kids or they were already scheduled to be having the day off, I got a lot done and I wasn't bothered by anything. And I left a little early because I got everything done. And some of the people that I needed to finish up some other projects with were already out for the day. So I was kind of like, okay, let's go home. So I came home early. Yeah,
Smash.
big excitement. Big excitement. Let's see. What was I going to do next? Oh, yeah. Monkey Dick, Jim Jones, movies, video games. Hit that like button if you haven't already. And I can see that many of you haven't because you always are waiting as though you're not sure what you're going to get from us when this is the one show where format is king for the most part. And please share our stuff. Share it far, wide, and sideways, especially the Fam 2 Cents cooking videos.
Yeah.
I was hoping for some more enthusiasm there, but okay, I'll take what I can get. Anything else to discuss and or plug or mention before we get into the schnuzz?
Nope. Nothing that comes to mind. Thanks.
Nah, bruh.
Nah, bruh. Squishy?
Melted cheese is the best.
All right. Well then. Well, we had a national emergency declared today. Yeah, I guess. Trump declares national emergency and denies responsibility for coronavirus testing failures. Now, if there's one thing I wouldn't attribute Donald Trump with, and that is medical knowledge. But President Donald Trump said Friday he was declaring a national emergency, quote, 2 very big words, unquote. I think he meant big as in important, not big as in large, if you were trying to say that. But anyway, to free up $50 billion in federal resources to combat coronavirus, even as he refused to take personal responsibility for administration failures early in the outbreak. I'm sure somebody has chronicled these. What were the failures?
I've still been trying to figure out exactly where the list of failures were.
Thank you, Red Dirt Runner. Behold, I am the light. Eat of the ramen, for it is my body. Drink of the Dr. Pepper, for it is my blood. And play of the video games, for they are good. Are we back to the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit thing from last night? Because I'd still like to see some religious iconography with our avatar heads on it. That'd be cool. Let's see. The announcement was part of a raft of new measures Trump hopes can bring a rolling health crisis under control after a week of market seesaws and major disruptions to everyday life. As he sought to project an air of competence, Trump denied there were missteps that some health experts say have aggravated the crisis. Some health experts say. Quote, I don't take responsibility at all, he said, insisting problems that led to slow test kit distribution were the fault of previous administrations. Quote, we were given a set of circumstances and we were given rules, regulations, and specifications from a different time, unquote. Speaking during an afternoon Rose Garden event, Trump gathered American retail executives to announce they were donating resources to institute drive-through testing at locations across the country, collected on a new online portal that will be available on Sunday evening. Which I'm sure will have no problems at all because these things rarely ever, right? He said he was allowing his health secretary to waive certain regulations to provide more flexibility to doctors and hospitals responding to the outbreak. Trump also said he was waiving interest on student loans and purchasing more crude oil for the U.S. Strategic Reserve to fill it, quote, right to the top, unquote. After a widely derided primetime address on Wednesday that preceded a historic plunge in stocks, what did the stocks do today by any chance? We'll find out. Trump faced pressure to demonstrate a handle on the crisis. Unlike that address, which framed the virus as a foreign threat, Friday's statement pointed to a full-blown domestic crisis requiring massive federal resources. He said the emergency action would, quote, unleash the full power of the federal government, unquote, and called on Americans to band together in a time of national strain. Quote, through a very collective action and shared sacrifice, national determination, we will overcome the threat of the virus, he said. But Trump's own words at times belied a sense of political unity. He blamed Democrats for not bending enough in negotiations over a legislative package to combat coronavirus, and he accused past administrations, misleadingly, of hampering his ability to confront the virus. Well, do you know what they did to increase our stockpile of masks, as example, after the 2009 H1N1 situation?
No idea.
Nothing. From 2009 through Obama's administration, they didn't refurbish the stockpile of those things or other supplies. Now, does that mean Trump's off the hook for not doing something to rectify that in the previous 3 years? Not necessarily, but I don't know what he did or didn't do or what was the circumstances.
So this is what Sophane was talking about when he said Trump is blaming the coronavirus stuff on Obama.
Yeah. Now, blaming past administrations when you're this deep into your own administration, it kind of rings hollow to a large extent. I don't know all the facts of it, but it doesn't quite pass muster with me. Stargazer says we have birthdays, 2 birthdays. John Smith and Asian Hippie. So
Okay, you
should
want to do
we
those now, or do you want to finish the story and then do it?
let's do John Smith,
All right.
and then we'll finish the story, and then we'll do Asian Hippie.
All right, John Smith, it's your birthday, and around here we do this. This one's for you, and a 1, and a 2. Happy birthday to you.
Elmo, is that you?
Happy birthday to you.
Shouldn't you be doing something else right now?
Happy birthday, dear John Smith.
Also, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, John. I hope you had a good one. I really do.
All right, let's see. But Trump's own words at times belayed a sense of political unity. Right, he blamed Democrats. Right. The delays in testing, however, have come under Trump's watch, and even Dr. Anthony Fauci, the nation's top infectious disease specialist, said this week the situation amounted to a, quote, failing, unquote. Trump on Friday also claimed to lack any knowledge that a pandemic control group within his own National Security Council was disbanded under his watch, calling a question on the topic, quote, nasty, unquote. I don't know anything about it, he said. When you say me, I didn't do it, unquote. Sorry, sir, the buck stops with thee. So, yeah. Anyway, thoughts, peoples?
I'm married, so no, thank you.
People keep looking for the president to say something and fix something, and I don't understand what they're expecting him to do. So,
Yeah,
I just don't know.
I don't know either. Has this been handled perfectly? No. I'm pressed to think of a emergency situation that has ever been handled perfectly by any administration.
Ever. But whatevs.
But yeah, we'll talk more about the blame game here shortly. But it's also Asian Hippie's birthday. Asian Hippie, who has been a long time supporter of my channel in particular. So very happy to celebrate with you your birthday, Monkey.
Asian Hippie, it's your birthday. You know what we do. This one's for you. And a 1, and a 2. Happy birthday to you.
Cookie Monster?
Happy
birthday to
you.
The whole fucking cast is here tonight.
Happy birthday, dear Asian Hippie.
Is this good enough for you?
Happy birthday to you.
Cookie.
Hope you had a good birthday, Asian Hippie.
Let's see. And related to coronavirus, we have here's what this U.S. coronavirus survivor in Seattle learned when she was sick. A Seattle woman who says she had the coronavirus and is recovering has one, quote, big takeaway, unquote, to share. Don't panic. Elizabeth Schneider, 37, believes she contracted the virus at a house party because a few days later, several friends who were at the party became ill at the same time she did. 3 days after the February 22nd party, Schneider says she was at work when she started feeling unwell. She was, quote, feeling tired, body aches, getting a headache, feeling a little bit feverish, unquote, so she decided to go home. She woke up from a nap with a 101-degree fever, and by the time I went to bed, it had soared to 103 degrees, unquote. Schneider said she thought she had a nasty flu. It didn't occur to her that it could be coronavirus because the symptoms didn't fit. She didn't have a cough, no shortness of breath, no respiratory symptoms at all. The aha moment didn't come until she found out that about a dozen friends who'd been to the same party got sick, quote, at the exact same day, roughly around the same time in the evening, with very similar symptoms, unquote. The Seattle area is the epicenter of the coronavirus outbreak in the U.S. Of the 1,635 cases reported in the country since the COVID-19 first appeared in January, 457 of them are in Washington, including 41 deaths. Still, Schneider and her friends weren't tested for the coronavirus, she said. Their doctors thought they had the flu, but the flu tests were negative. So how do you know you had coronavirus? Quote, at this point, we were all getting a little frustrated that they weren't allowed to be tested for coronavirus, or the doctor wasn't even suggesting they be tested for it, Schneider said. So one of her friends told her about a Seattle flu study. Participants sign up online and send a nasal swab from a kit that's part of the study. Recently, she said they started testing for coronavirus too, and, quote, that's how I ultimately found out, unquote. That's a little goofy. Schneider said she recovered after staying home, resting, and taking over-the-counter medications. Quote, I think the big takeaway I want to tell everyone is, please don't panic. If you are healthy, if you are younger, if you take good care of yourself when you're sick, you'll recover, I believe, and I'm living proof of that, unquote. Schneider, though, had age and otherwise good health on her side. For the elderly or people with underlying health conditions such as heart disease or diabetes, COVID-19 can be and has been deadly, health officials say. Yeah, let's not emphasize the positives of this story. Let's go and quickly temper it with panic. Just remember, you're gonna die. Even though this lady's fine and all her friends are fine, you're gonna die.
That's right.
Well, you know how the stock market was, in the toilet, and it's terrible, and it's obviously Trump's fault and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yippers.
Well, after Trump made his statement today, his announcement, stocks record best day since 2008.
Yeah.
Now it's still closed down from where it was a week ago or so, but the index rallied Friday, but still closed down over 8% for the week. But it was the best day for stocks since 2008. U.S. stocks finished a turbulent week with gains on Friday, logging their best day since October 2008. Stocks rallied to the close after President Donald Trump declared a national emergency and announced measures taken together with the private sector to combat the coronavirus outbreak. So there were still losses. I'm not going to sugarcoat that part of it, but compared to where it was yesterday, gained up quite a bit. So
Sophane said,
what now?
I said, but Sophane said that this could be the biggest crash ever.
Well, I mean, it could crash again. It could go down again tomorrow. But truth be told, this entire thing, for whatever the duration, it is going to be temporary, and at some point things are going to bounce back up. So, now personally, I'm not being monitoring my 401k every 3 seconds for the last 2 weeks or something, because it's like, I don't need to see it. I know it's going to be all over the place. So I'm not super concerned. But anyway, there was that. And now how about for some entertainment as we close out the half hour?
Sure, why not?
Do you remember Andrew Gillum?
Oh, yes. Yes, I do.
Yes, Andrew Gillum was, let's say, a contemporary in both politics and personal electoral results with Stacey Abrams, the failed gubernatorial candidate for, was it Georgia? I think it was. Anyway, so Andrew's changed a lot since he was at the top of everyone's list for reasons, I guess. Andrew Gillum apologizes after being found inebriated, and that word inebriated is in quotation marks, in hotel room where police say man was treated for, quote, possible drug overdose, unquote. Let's see. Humble Clay, he was running for Congress in Florida. Well, I know, yeah. Stacey Abrams was running for governor in, I think it was Georgia, right?
No, for Gillum, that was Florida.
No. Stacey Abrams was running for
Abrams was
governor.
Georgia, yeah.
Yes, okay. And Gillum was Florida. Yeah, okay. Andrew Gillum, the former Democratic candidate for governor of Florida and a CNN political commentator, apologized on Friday after he was found, quote unquote, inebriated by police who were responding to a, quote, possible drug overdose, unquote, in a Miami hotel room he was in. In a statement, Gillum said that he was in Miami for a wedding celebration when officers were called to, quote, assist one of my friends, unquote. Quote, while I had too much to drink, I want to be clear that I have never used methamphetamines, Gillum said. I apologize to the people of Florida for the distraction this has caused our movement. Our movement?
Yeah.
Is he ahead of a movement?
Apparently.
Okay. Quote, I'm thankful for the incredible Miami Beach EMS team for their efforts. I will spend the next few weeks with my family and appreciate privacy during this time, unquote. All right. The police report said that officers who told CNN they are not currently pursuing criminal charges arrived to the scene just after midnight and found Gillum and a second person, Aldo Mejias, I don't know how to say that because I'm stupid, in the hotel room. Mejias, according to the police report, said he had provided a third person, Travis Dyson, a credit card on Thursday to rent a hotel room for the night. This is getting complicated. When Mejias arrived at the hotel room later that night, he discovered Dyson and Gillum inside the room, quote, under the influence of an unknown substance, unquote, the police report said. Mejias told police he found Gillum inside the bathroom vomiting. Dyson, Mejias told police, collapsed on the bed and was, quote, having difficulty breathing. When Mejias woke Dyson up, he, quote, began vomiting on the bed and collapsed. According to the police report, Mejias contacted authorities after he started conducting chest compressions on Dyson. Okay. When officers arrived, the police report said they, quote, observed in plain sight 3 small clear baggies containing suspected crystal meth on both the bed and floor of the hotel room, unquote. Officers tried to speak with Gillum, but found he was, quote, unable to communicate, unquote, because of his, quote, inebriated state, unquote. Gillum later left the room and, quote, returned to his residence without incident. Okay. Drunk or meth?
Well, it was funny. They didn't mention, any alcohol being there.
Yeah, I didn't like there were like empty wine bottles or like alcoholic beverages around. It was just baggies of crystal meth. So, yeah.
And he tells us, I've never done meth, but he's not going to volunteer to be tested.
Yeah.
He didn't volunteer for. No, I was just drunk, y'all, from a wedding much, much earlier in the day. And this guy who's ODing in this room with me, who had all the meth, that was all him.
Humble Clay says, Scribe Light, the movement is called Forward Florida, or FF, a Democratic Party movement. Okay. They didn't mention it in the story, and I had no idea, so all right.
Set me up.
Is he still a politician? Because I know he was like mayor running for governor. Is he still a mayor?
I don't know if he's actually. No, he's not still in office. He's like I said, he's a CNN contributor these days.
Okay.
He's still on the future Democratic leader sheet. It's not an actual sheet they keep, guys, but like this guy's an up and comer. He lost to DeSantis by, just a slim margin.
Yeah, this is bizarre. So I read almost the entire story, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so let me read the last couple sentences here because this is interesting. Dyson was treated for a possible drug overdose, the police report said, and in stable condition when officers arrived on the scene, but taken to a hospital, quote, as a precaution. And then this next sentence. A representative for CNN declined to comment. Now, they never mention in this story, and not until you said so, Monkey. Oh, wait, no, I take it back. Oh, no. Did I was mistaken. I read so fast. They did say at the very top of the story that he is a CNN political commentator. I apologize. That was my bad. But CNN had no comment. So are they going to retain him after this, I wonder?
Oh, of course they will.
It's interesting that a CNN article doesn't have a quote from CNN. Anyway. So, yeah, there was that. And the last of the entertainment ones I have is an opinion piece at CNN. It says, "Hello, Boomer. It's millennials. We need to talk about coronavirus."
Oh, so this is a generational thing now.
Yeah. And the author of this is Eli Pariser or Pariser? I don't know. Pariser. Who is, one second. Thank you, Esith. Dear Lords, you made past 3 years so much better. I'd love to celebrate 10th anniversary of my 25th birthday with you. I can't send you cake, so there is money instead. 10th anniversary of your 25th birthday. Well, that means you're 25 today. So we owe you something in exchange, don't we, Monkey?
Indeed. Esith, is that how you say it? Esith?
Esith? Esith? I want to say Esith.
Esith. It's your 10th, 25th birthday, and this one's for you. And a 1. And a 2.
Happy birthday to you.
Thanks for tolerating us so long.
Happy birthday to you.
You guys are amazing.
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
dear
dear
Esith.
Esith.
How do you pronounce your name?
Happy
birthday
birthday
to you.
to you.
Happy birthday. I hope you had a great one, and you've been watching long enough that I suck with names, so thank you for forgiving that as well.
Yay. Let's see. So this author is co-director of the Civic Signals Project at the National Conference on Citizenship. Okay. Dear Boomers, we've had our differences. You don't like that we're still living in your basement, not paying rent, and taking selfies with our avocado toast. Okay. We don't like that you sat back and let so many terrible things happen, like Steely Dan and climate change.
Oh,
See, that was funny. But today we're going to move past OK Boomer. We're going to stop posting emojograms, put down our phones, and have one of those serious talks you like so much. Are you ready? See, Boomers, we're worried about you. We're worried you aren't taking this virus seriously enough. We're worried you might get very sick at a time that hospitals are overloaded with other sick people. We're worried you might die from COVID-19. We know, you're healthy for your age, somewhere between 56 and 74. You're strong, all things considered. You exercise regularly. You went hiking in Peru just a few weeks or years ago, or hunting with your buddies from your old job. Anyway, we know disease barely touches you. But there's a reason the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is recommending all people over 60 years old, not just unhealthy ones, stay home today and for the foreseeable future while this pandemic plays out. Look at the numbers from South Korea or Italy or China, Boomers, or any other country that has a lower quality of life than we do. Oh, no, I added that. For those between ages 60 to 70, the case fatality rate is somewhere between 1.44% in South Korea and 3.6% in China. Based on known cases. Also, consider a respiratory disease in China with terrible air quality and bad health care. And it goes up from there dramatically if you're older. That includes a lot of relatively healthy people like you. Please don't assume this thing will pass you by. As annoying as you are sometimes, and we say this with love, we are not at all interested in taking a 1 out of 30 chance on your life. See, we were listening when you tried to teach us about probability all those times. And we hate to say it, but the time to act is now. We know that seems aggressive when there are just a few coronavirus cases in your neck of the woods, but it's what the epidemiologists are saying. Days matter, and the earlier everyone starts staying home and distancing themselves from others, the more people will make it through this okay. I know what you're thinking. My children and grandchildren are saying they can't visit because of science and public health now? How convenient. But it's not an excuse, we swear, and we're happy to triple down on FaceTime to prove it. I think my teeth are melting reading this. If you won't start exercising extreme caution today for yourself, which we really hope you will, do it for your friends and for everyone else who is older or immunocompromised. The fewer people that get this virus at the same time, the less hospitals will be overwhelmed, and the better they'll be able to take care of the people who are sick. So are you telling millennials to stay home too? Because this doesn't just know what your age is if it finds you.
Anybody else find it hilarious when people who want universal health care is talking about overcrowded hospitals?
Yeah.
And how that would be a much more ideal situation right now than if we didn't. Yes, because completely packed hospitals with doctors that never get days off because they're forced to work for weeks on end while this pandemic plays out. Kind of like what happened in China would have been totally beneficial here.
Much better. Much better.
Much better.
Yeah. And also, hey, I understand that you're older than I am and I'm younger than you are. And I understand that you obviously pay no attention to your personal health whatsoever. So I'm going to tell you what you need to do to stay safe. Because I know better than you do, old man. Yeah, that's a really effective message, because nobody over the age of 56 has ever taken personal responsibility for their health. Nobody cares about their health. Nobody's been through any kind of disease before, any flu season, H1N1, SARS. None of us have lived through that. Anybody over 56?
Well, if you really want to patch things up with a group that you're at odds with, condescension is the best way to do it.
Yes. As we know from Elizabeth Warren.
It is the best way.
But with that, guys, we're going to move on to the wonderful world of MSS News. So if you guys have news stories you would like us to read on the air, please send them to us via Twitter using the hashtag MSS News. Can't promise we'll get to them all. That's because we're at least I'm long-winded, and sometimes we get caught up on a particular subject. Thank you, Three-Sided Coin. Hey, cursed worked. We live in interesting times. Yes, may you live in interesting times. An old Chinese curse, as it is called. I don't know if it actually is an old Chinese curse, but that's how I've always heard it. Let's see. The headline kind of says it all. This one comes from Sir Quack. Mexico is considering closing its border to stop Americans bringing coronavirus into its country.
Is this from Babylon Bee article?
No, this is the Daily Mail, U.S.
So Mexico's racist.
Yes. Let's see. This one comes from Peter Stewart. Airbnb launches $1 million fund to make world's wackiest house designs into reality.
All right.
I don't know how you're going to build any house for just $1 million unless it's one of those tiny houses. From a house shaped like a boot to a room in a UFO, Airbnb has some crazy listings. Now the company wants to get even more one-of-a-kind rentals on its site with help from creative customers. The company this week announced the Unique Airbnb Fund, which dedicates $1 million to finance unique homes across the globe. 10 designers who come up with the, quote, most unconventional and unusual spaces on the planet, unquote, will be awarded $100,000 to build their idea into a reality. Can you build a decent-sized house for $100,000 these days?
You can build a house.
You can
I
build
don't know
a
about
house,
decent.
Yeah. You can. It just depends on the area you're in.
Yeah. I was thinking about the land first and foremost, and then if you're going to build something that's like unique of design and not your conventional, house, I don't know if $100,000 is going to cover it. But again, I guess it's where it is. Yeah. All submissions will be judged by panelists, including style icon and award-winning actor Billy Porter. Who's Billy Porter?
He's a style icon, silly.
I feel like I've heard that name again recently.
Didn't we hear it last night? Okay,
Yeah.
Who is Billy Porter? Billy Porter, entertainer, American Broadway theater performer, singer, and actor. Okay, well, I don't watch a lot of plays anymore. Okay, and as far as like style icon, I don't pay attention to style. I have my own style, and it's fine for me. Okay, quote, the only thing better than pushing the boundaries of style is empowering others to do the same, Porter said in a statement. I'm thrilled to join Airbnb in this global search for the most outrageous, spectacular home ideas ever. I can't wait to see these concepts developed by design lovers from around the world. Must be nice to be that frivolous with money and stuff. Yeah. Whatever. Oh God. Okay, this one comes from Shrouded Angel. Oh boy, Shrouded Angel sent a couple of good. God, which one do I want to do? Satsu.
Yes.
Pick a number between 1 and 10.
7.
Okay. Here we go. We had sex, then she asked me to murder her ex, but I still
Jesus.
love her.
Hold on.
Let me read that again because Monkey stepped on that a little bit. We had sex, then she asked me to murder her ex, but I still love her.
That's quite elite.
A man who uncovered his girlfriend's plot to kill her former husband has revealed how she told him about her murderous plans as she lay in his arms after sex. Graham Wall said Victoria Breeden, 39, wanted Rob Parks, 40, dead because he had won custody of their daughter. Graham, 45, said that as he and Breeden lay in bed after making love one night, she had begun to cry. He asked, "Why are you crying? Didn't you enjoy it?" Breeden replied, "Yes, I did. That's the problem. I'm happy, but my daughter is not. You must know somebody. You must know somebody who can get rid of him." She added, "If you can't do that, then you are of no use to me."
Okay. Just a bit of advice for people out there on the dating scene. If you ever encounter a woman who lost a custody battle of her kids, then that is a super red flag.
Mm-hmm.
That is like a super red flag because, oh my God, like you can do all kinds of crazy shit and still win a custody battle as long as you have a vagina. If she lost, then something is seriously wrong with that chick.
You know what's a bigger red flag? Her asking you to kill her ex.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
that too.
That too. Also, at least in this instance, we don't have another Philip Mycock.
Those are two huge red flags. Run, motherfucker, run.
Graham dismissed it, thinking she was not serious, but later found evidence that she was, in fact, deadly serious. He went to the police, and this week, mother of 3 Breeden was convicted on 3 counts of soliciting murder.
He snitched. Oh, you did.
Hold on. After the verdicts were read out, Graham left Chelmsford Crown Court in tears and now says he still loves the woman who could be jailed for life for a crime which he reported. He also told the Mirror, quote, "We had some great times together. I truly loved her, and I still miss her now. When you genuinely love someone, it is very difficult to stop that love, irrespective of what they have done. But now I'm wondering if she ever really loved me at all." Now you're wondering, or if, or saw me as an opportunity, a feeble-minded man who she could manipulate. She told you to your face. That's what she saw you as. Thank you, Angry Illinoisan. Like Monkeys says, don't stick your Peter in crazy.
Dude, if she
That's
gets
true.
a female sentence, you are fucked.
Yep. Because you're going to be the next one she's talking to her new boyfriend about.
Yeah. I'm looking at her and I'm looking at him and I'm like, dude, maybe you can't do much better, but you can do a hell of a lot better than a murderous psychopath. Put the link in the chat if anybody else wants to take a look, but we will move on. Let's see. Massive Dynamics apparently takes exception to my thumbnail talents tonight.
For why?
Well, apparently my little thing of showing all the little coronaviruses with our various faces inside was not enough. Instead, Massive took the poster for the movie Outbreak and just put our faces over the actors' faces, and I think Monkey's face over the disease or something. And I could have done that, I suppose. I could have, but I didn't. So thank you for your critique. Let's see. Furry Kitten says, big, hairy, pimpled arses. Let's hope shops need security for pasta and toilet rolls, or I am going to have to find other work for as long as this prohibition lasts. Because apparently, mass gatherings could be banned in UK next weekend. Everything's closing, guys. Forever.
Forever.
Are you okay? For a second, I thought I just read this story. No, apparently not. This one comes from Jack Polly. I don't know if that's like the result of putting Jack Cochran and Polly in the transportation pod from The Fly, and that's what you get at the other end. Odessa woman arrested after asking man to murder her boyfriend.
Wow.
Odessa, Texas. An Odessa woman is in jail after attempting to solicit someone to shoot her boyfriend. Chrissy Marie Blevins, 33, has been charged with solicitation of murder. Investigators initially received a complaint that Blevins had asked a man to kill her boyfriend in exchange for a relationship with her. I'm going to put link in the chat so you guys can see the kind of collateral she was having there in exchange for murder. And you tell me, is that worth taking a life?
It's hard to say with that forehead getting in the way.
Hey.
What?
Thank you, Shrouded Angel. A dogcat fox with a ha ha ha. Oh, dogcat fox.
Here, let me take a look.
Yeah, I need Satsu's take on this.
No.
That's an ugly bitch.
Yeah, I don't think that's worth killing for.
No. That's not worth it.
Maybe she could suck a dick real good.
Yeah. But yeah, so she was arrested on March 12th. There's no further information. I'm assuming she's been arraigned. And yeah, good job, lady. Good job. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you, Jay Reynolds. Not enough alcohol in the world. Well, let's be honest. There is. Everyone has their limit. This one comes from Jack, the motherfucking cockring. If it'll come up here. Banning the sale of firearms and ammunition because of Wuhan virus. An Illinois mayor just signed an executive order to do it.
You know. Okay.
Yeah.
I could be wrong about this.
Mm-hmm.
But isn't it really weird to do that after a pandemic, considering the fact that martial law is a possibility?
Well, I'm not thinking martial law is coming down the pike, but
Well, of course not. But I'm just saying, like, fanatics might. You know, those
right.
people who are like, come, please do. Please.
Okay, so there's an update they put at the top, but I'm going to read the original post first. The mayor of Champaign, Illinois, has declared a town emergency over the Wuhan coronavirus that includes a potential ban on the sale of firearms and ammunition. Thank you, James Colley. Ranting Monkey, she tried to have murdered. No joke.
I'm confused.
I'm confused too. Maybe there's a word or two missing there. I'm trying to decipher. I was talking about the other lady, the forehead lady. I mean, yeah, she tried to have someone murdered, but the guy didn't take her up on it. So she thought she could get away with it, I guess. But maybe it's in that big forehead of hers. She thought she could get away with it. According to a local report from WAND 17, Wand 17. Okay, is that like the Harry Potter TV station?
I guess.
If it's not, it should be. Champaign Mayor Deborah Frank Finan has issued an executive order that would give her office, quote, extraordinary powers, unquote, She has issued the order despite the town and surrounding area not having a single case of the disease. Quote, the executive order allows the city to be flexible to properly respond to the emergency needs of our community. None of the options will necessarily be implemented, but are available in order to protect the welfare and safety of our community if needed, Jeff Hamilton, the City of Champaign's communication manager, said. Here's a list of the other items from the declaration/executive order, which also includes the ability to ban the sale of, quote, food, water, fuel, clothing, and or other commodities, materials, goods, services, and resources, unquote, in addition to alcohol and gasoline. Additionally, government agents or officials have the ability to seize private property and to cut off the city water supply. The mayor justifies everything, quote, in the interest of public safety and wolf.
Wolf?
Wolf. WOLF, and that's a quote. And wolf. Okay, I don't know if that's the author's error or if that's quoting from the document or something. Yeah, so all that's included in the thing. So the update to this is the city is attempting to clarify by claiming specific details in their own declaration, which you can read below, don't exist. I see. So they issued another statement that contradicts what they'd already put out as a statement.
Yeah.
All right. Well, for those of you that want to compare and contrast one and the other, links in the description.
Well, I read the whole document.
Mm-hmm.
And it really does sound like the gun part that people picked up on. It's one little tiny line of a whole bunch of all of this stuff. Basically, it's like martial law mayor gets to do anything. So
that's what I was picking up on.
Yeah, that's what it is. I mean, the gun part is important, but I mean, the water thing, like you mentioned in there, but there's just, they can control the food supply. They can control when you can come and go from your house. Basically, the mayor gets to put you on lockdown. And for a city that hasn't even had a case surrounding them, it was a little premature.
Mm-hmm.
It was like this bitch was like, I'm finally Hitler. I mean, it is a weird document. And the fact that this was, because you'd think the city council had to vote on it, right?
You'd think.
Not that she's just some executive order kind of thing. It is a really, I encourage people to go read it, because if you want to see a mad woman or a mad grab for power, read that document. Because again, the gun thing is important, but read that whole fucking thing and all the powers she gives herself by signing it.
I mean, I guess if we want to do some devil's advocacy here, we can say that because there have been no cases, she's trying to keep it that way. But I don't know.
Yeah, extraordinary powers. It reads like what Palpatine declared during the Clone Wars.
It reminded me of the scene in the Simpsons movie where the guy goes, "You've gone mad with power." He goes, "Of course I have. You ever tried going mad without power? It's insane."
Yeah.
She's mad with power reading that thing. It's just, it's fucking with what we're dealing with. Let's say worst case scenario, no, she does not need all the powers that are declared in that thing. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, never let a crisis go to waste when trying to seize power. This one comes from Jay Reynolds. Look him up. MSNBC's Joy Reid hits Democrats for including abortion in emergency spending bill. What does that have to do with COVID-19?
Yeah.
MSNBC host Joy Reid appeared bewildered over reports that the proposed emergency spending bill from House Democrats to combat the coronavirus outbreak was halted over a dispute involving abortion. According to White House officials, the administration had not supported the House bill as it was drafted. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin continues to work with House Speaker Nancy Pelosi on changing some language. One senior administration official described it. I think you were looking for a word choice there and you forgot to take out your alternate. But anyway, described it as, quote, serious concerns. Okay. Among issues cited, Medicaid increases with no structural reform, no Hyde protections, and PrEP Act language. PrEP Act, P-R-E-P. I'm not down on my ACT acronyms. Reid took to Twitter and reacted to one of her colleagues reporting on the dust-up between Democratic and Republican lawmakers. And here's the tweet. Wow, Casey, whoever that is, just reported that Republicans' objections to the House Democrats' emergency coronavirus bill include issues related to abortion. What does that have to do with COVID-19? The Daily Caller reported on Thursday that Pelosi sought funding as what was described as a loophole around the Hyde Amendment, which outlaws taxpayer-funded abortions, among other things included in the bill. Sought funding as what was described as a loophole. Okay. Quote, one was a mandate for up to $1 billion to reimburse laboratory claims, which White House officials say would set a precedent of health spending without protections outlined in the Hyde Amendment. Daily Caller senior White House correspondent Christian Datak reported. Others joined Reid in expressing confusion and outrage over the alleged funding. Quote, this pretty much sums up everything. Real Donald Trump is moving quickly to protect Americans from coronavirus and its economic impact. Democrats are spending their time trying to create an abortion slush fund. Donald Trump Jr. reacted. Yeah, that's a little odd, isn't it? Slipping that in there.
Yeah, to specifically not put the Hyde Amendment or language in there is little dirty. People see when even Joy fucking Reid is calling you on it. Come on.
Yeah. Again, no time like a crisis to take advantage of everybody's panic and rush to get something done. Because imagine if that hadn't been looked at. Jesus. Let's see. Who's next? How about this one? This one comes from Signal Boost from the Good News Network. Okay, let's have some good news. Gates Foundation commits $100 million to speeding up coronavirus treatments and response. Okay. And there's a whole bunch of overlay ads blocking the text. As part of its ongoing effort to speed up the response to the COVID-19 epidemic, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is funding a new initiative dedicated to identifying, assessing, developing, and scaling up treatments for the virus. Well, I'm glad they're donating money, but there's several of those going on around the world at present, like 30 of them or something. The newly formed COVID-19 Therapeutics Accelerator, okay, which is being funded by the Gates Foundation, London-based research charity Wellcome, and MasterCard. Yeah, because MasterCard, man, you need those debt payers to keep on paying their debts. Will play a catalytic role in accelerating and evaluating new and repurposed drugs and biologics to treat people with COVID-19 in the immediate term and other viral pathogens in the longer term. Currently, there are no broad-spectrum antivirals or immunotherapies available for the fight against emerging pathogens, and none approved for use on COVID-19. The Gates Foundation and Wellcome are each contributing up to $50 million, while the MasterCard Impact Fund has committed up to $25 million to catalyze the initial work of the accelerator. The Gates Foundation's funding is part of its up to $100 million commitment to the COVID-19 response. Okay, well, good. I will not complain.
Right.
And now we are in, is that yesterday's stuff? No, not quite yet, but let's see. This one comes from Chicago Mike, and this will be our last one before we move on. Maybe good news? I don't know. Coronavirus pandemic, quote, could be over by June, unquote, if countries act, says Chinese advisor. You know, taking advice from the Chinese, given that they didn't act when they should have to start the process on this, is something I hesitate on, but let's see what they say. The global coronavirus pandemic could be over by June if countries mobilize to fight it, a senior Chinese medical advisor said on Thursday, as China declared the peak had passed and new cases in Hubei fell to single digits for the first time. Okay. Around 2/3 of global cases of the coronavirus have been recorded in China's central Hubei province, where the virus first emerged in December. but in recent weeks, the vast majority of new cases have been outside China. Chinese authorities credit strict measures they have taken, including placing Hubei under near total lockdown, with preventing big outbreaks in other cities, and say other countries should learn from their efforts. Yeah, I don't know if martial law is going to take hold in a lot of places because we don't live under a dictatorship, unlike Russia and China. Now, maybe in the pragmatic sense, well, maybe we should for a little while, but that's probably not going to go over well. Zhang Nanshan, the government's senior medical advisor, told reporters that as long as countries take the outbreak seriously and are prepared to take firm measures, like violating people's rights, it could be over worldwide in a matter of months. Quote, my advice is calling for all countries to follow WHO instructions and intervene on a national scale, he said. If all countries could get mobilized, it could be over by June. Speaking to UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres, President Xi Jinping similarly expressed confidence, state television reported. Quote, after hard work, China has shown a trend of continuous improvement in epidemic prevention and control. You guys let it get out of control. You suppressed, and I'm curious as to whether or not it was actually coronavirus that killed the people who first reported the virus, and let it go on for a month or more before something actually was done. That was you guys.
No, that was the U.S. military brought it in. It's not their fault.
Yeah. Oh, and also the disease outbreak in Iran is the U.S.'s fault because of the sanctions the U.S. has put on Iran.
I'm not
just
sure.
want to reiterate that is the information coming out of Iran, so anybody knows. Well, okay. First off, I'm not going to say I'm unhappy that if they're telling the truth, because again, my trustworthiness of Chinese information in the last couple of months is not very high. If it is true that the cases are diminishing, and hopefully the death rate as well, great, good. I don't foresee that we are going to take the same measures as China to try to prevent the spread of the disease. Unless we are going, I mean, can you imagine Trump issuing martial law? I mean,
Well,
that's essentially what the press and all the hystericals out there are practically saying should happen.
Yeah, I was going to say, at this point, I think there's going to be people who will be happy if he did.
But anyway, so, hey, if it's over by June, one way or another, or at least we reach some kind of equilibrium to where it's not, closing down the world, great. I'm not going to complain. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for all the stories. Appreciate it. Sorry I didn't get to them all, but, c'est la vie. And we move on to YouTube time. I'll go first because I'm relatively brief. Instead of a TEDx extravaganza this Sunday, I'm going to be live commentating on the debate between Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden. It may be a snooze fest. Can't promise it'll be exciting, but I will do my best to commentate. I don't know if I'll have any guests because all of my usual compatriots are going to be off fighting zombies. And no, I'm not talking about Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders. But yeah, so as soon as I get that squared away, I'll probably have a stream scheduled soonish, probably tomorrow. And if you'd like to join me on that, that'd be cool. And we'll see what happens. Satsu, what have you been up to?
YouTube, right?
I don't know.
Sorry, I just got
maybe. Oh, I didn't know you were gone. Sorry. Yes, yeah. YouTube.
Well, I've been prepping to get some content and stuff together for the Black Masses, which we're going to try out and pretty soon. There's some new Monster Hunter content and stuff coming out, so I'm gearing up to start creating some more content for that. Once that starts getting set up, still got a couple cooking videos down the pipeline that I got for you guys. So I'm all over the place right now. I got quite a few things keeping me busy, so just jumping in between the channels. I don't know how the hell I'm maintaining 3 channels right now, but it's happening. So content's coming. Just it's kind of all over the place. Something for everybody. That's
Okay. Monkey, how about you?
Did a rather late monkey in the morning. I think I did around. Fuck, I don't remember what time it was. But I left the show last night, guys. I went into bed and I stayed in there until 8 in the morning. I didn't sleep the whole time, but I got up, did my normal, check out what's going on the Twitter thing, and all right, let's do a show. Did a show. Was up for about a half hour, maybe an hour after that, and went back to bed. And stayed there until Lady Monkey woke me up, and I went back to bed. Stayed there till Little Butt woke me up. So I'm in rough shape. I'm happy though, guys. So that counts. So I'll get better. I don't know what the fuck this is. It's just yay me. But still trying my best to do the shows, and I think today's was pretty good. It was me and Jack, and Sin joined us for a little bit when he could. He was having some severe mic troubles, and then his mic just cut out. It was on his phone, so not as his main one. So, but yeah, that's all I did. And then we'll be over 2 cents plus killing zombies here in a little while.
Oh my god, yes, we will. I forgot to mention that. I just saw a video of somebody who ordered some food, and he pulled up to the window and he was like, "How much is it?" And she told him how much. He pulled out a roll of toilet paper and handed her like 7 sheets.
Nice.
Oh man, I can't wait for the days where we move back to the barter system. It's like that'll be $20 or 3 squirts of hand sanitizer. Oh,
like I got Charmin for you. What's that?
And how is Grand Monkey?
She's good. She's they're up because my son, it's his birthday tomorrow, so they came up to help celebrate. And I couldn't hold the little one. I couldn't hold Peanut because I just have no strength in my hands right now. And but she just kept staring at her grandpa, so I kept talking to her, but she just stared. I come upstairs and Lady Monkey goes, "It was traumatizing." I'm like, "What?" She goes, "I picked up Peanut and she just started screaming." She goes, "I think it's because it wasn't you."
Oh, Peanut!
You should have just whispered, "Grandpa's coming." She'd been fine.
Oh,
yeah.
Alrighty. Well, on to the wonderful world of internet fucketry. I've got a couple, I suppose. I don't know who this person is, but it was one of those things where like somebody I know retweeted a thing and I saw it, and it's a girl named Bella, and she says, "Make me laugh, and you're automatically in the top 50% on the hotness scale." And so I said, Joe Biden is a brilliant scientist. She liked it. I thought it was fun. Nobody else did, apparently.
I'm not judging you.
Let's see. And then what was the other thing? We talked about that already. Oh, yeah. And then I tweeted this out. I said, "Just did my census survey." Big smiley face. "Took me all of 5 minutes." Smaller smiley face. "Because I am all alone." Flat face. A lot of people like that. They enjoyed that.
Trying to make you feel better.
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh, he is all alone."
And then Irate Alex, our friend Bear, said, "I've just done something I didn't think I'd do today, LMAO. I have ordered a walking stick." And as soon as I saw that, I thought, I hope he did what I hope he did. And then I sent him a picture of a walking stick with a bear head on the cane. And he was like, "Oh my God, I got to have that." And the one that I sent him initially is apparently just like a one-off personal project thing. But there are like really cool looking bear walking sticks with like bears on the handle. And I found one on Etsy that looks really neat. And he's like, "Oh, I already ordered one. I'll have to get that one later." It's like $100 or something. So now I'm not saying that people should go to his Streamlabs and drop a couple of bucks and maybe afford him a really cool bear-headed cane or nothing. I'm not saying anybody should do that, but because he's not big on like quote unquote charity or anything. But if you happen to be inclined and got a couple extra bucks, throw away and just put a little message on there saying, "For your bear-headed cane," it'd be kind of cool. Let's see. What else did I say or do today? Because it was a quiet day at work. I was focused, but Well, I'll plug for somebody else. Sinatra's new video, Champagne Socialist, on the Carlos Maza epic, was really good. So there's a plug for somebody else. And then I think, oh yeah, so there's a couple things from the Washington Post today that just caught my brain. One said, 10 minutes at the teleprompter, inside Trump's failed attempt to calm virus fears. And I said, it's hard to compete against a mass media pushing a sky is falling mentality with an intensity unseen since Russiagate and impeachment. Like a parasite, the defunct machinery built to revel in Trump's scandals has latched onto a global crisis to promote panic for political points. And similarly, just before the stream started, there was an opinion piece by one of the former editors, I think it was former editor of the Washington Post himself, that said Trump's principal contribution to combating the coronavirus, chaos and confusion. And I said, let's not pretend there are any harps or halos to go around here, sir. The media, the Washington Post included, has been practically reveling in the panic and fear they're cheering on. Whatever flames can be attributed to Trump, the press is pouring on gasoline. Because you guys practically dropped out of Twitter yesterday because of all this, but I'm just watching it and just the, like, all the pearl clutching while telling everybody to fear for their lives, right? It's like,
it's fascinating. It's almost like watching Antifa again, where they're just like, we fight against violence and fascism. Could you scoot over a bit? I need to throw this Molotov at that person over there.
Right.
Yeah, these people are ruining this neighborhood with all of their fucking violence. Die, scum! Sorry about that.
And that is all I've got. Satsu, what do you got?
Oh my god. I know a lot of people hate TikTok, but TikTok has been cracking me the fuck up over the past couple days with these fucking memes, man. They got this one that I tagged you guys in of somebody just like riding down the street, and there's this dude in this big coat, and they pull up and he's like, did you come alone? It's like, yeah. Opens his coat, he's like, I got single ply.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, these people are losing it. This motherfucker went to the bank with a duffel bag full of toilet paper rolls and start pulling them out, and it's like, I'd like to make a deposit. And the lady has given him is just like, are you fucking serious right now? Oh my god. I am amused by the memes. I'm still sick of the corona shit, but the memes are rather amusing. Let's see here. So there was a little bit of fucketry today. I wasn't on Twitter all that much. There was a post earlier by Macaulay Kong is this person's name, and he took a picture of a bunch of Asian food in a store, and he said, "Plenty of Asian food left. Thanks, racism. # Corona Apocalypse." And I was like, yeah, because what has a better shelf life than sushi? Am I right, guys? And he liked my tweet immediately. But somebody had asked somewhere down the post, like, hey, is this a regular store? And he's like, well, it's a regular for Asians. And I'm like, wait a minute. So you're blaming racism that in an Asian store where Asian people regularly shop, that the Asian food aisle is full. Isn't that a little weird? Doesn't that seem a little strange to anybody? Now, it could have been a joke. Maybe it was a joke. Who knows? But I'm just like, I don't know if your narrative is holding here, sir. I thought that was pretty funny. Let's see, what else did I see today? Oh, fucking Stephen King says, note that Trump's coronavirus team is all male, all old, and all white.
Now, imagine what they would be saying if I'm sorry, I didn't answer this one, but I saw somebody else. If they were all Chinese,
Mm-hmm.
they'd be like, he's so racist. Why he only got Chinese people working on this?
Well, that ain't the only problem with the statement. Obviously, the statement is problem enough. But I think he said this right after the address that Trump did. And there was at least 3 women on the stage at the time. And if you guys see the picture of Trump's Corona team, those women are very present in each one of them. So I'm just like, either you think that those women are men, you're purposely misgendering them because you are a warrior of social justice, or my initial comment was nobody can erase women quite like social justice warriors. They are very proficient at it because in almost every single picture you can find of Trump's Corona team has at least 2 to 3 women in it, but it's all white old men. And he's not the only person I've seen say it. And as a matter of fact, a good majority of the people are like, oh, because of course they are. And every photo that you see of them together completely disproves it, but nobody cares, which is, typical, I guess. Fascinating, depressing, insert whatever fucking word, they all apply. Let's see here. What else? What else did I see today? KFC suspends iconic finger-licking good slogan amid coronavirus.
Oh, yeah.
That one was pretty funny because it does nothing for no one. But they did a thing, so good job. You can pat themselves on the ass. We also got sent an article that says people who see God as a white man tend to prefer white men for leadership.
Okay.
Sure, why not? I didn't even read it because I was trying to remain not angry today. And I think that's it. That's all the major stuff that I've seen today. Yep, that's it.
Okay. Monkey, how about you?
Oh, I got a little bit. Damn it, I closed my Twitter. I hate when I do that. I meant to click on it and I clicked it off. You know, like we sometimes leave a stream when you meant to actually end the stream?
Yes, I have made that mistake.
This is just, I can't exactly describe what's going on. There was a town hall thingy with Joe Biden today.
Oh, God, yes.
This is a clip from it. I don't even know how to describe it other than this is not a stutter.
Do you want to share it?
I just put it in the chat.
Oh, okay.
He's talking and he's in front of the camera there, and then he just kind of like wanders the fuck off while he's still talking. You have to see it. You'll be like, oh, wait, get this man into a home. Seriously. Jamil, however you say her name. She was in Playboy, you guys. Yeah. It says, from my @Playboy shoot, I wanted to be shot like a man. No retouching, high res, loose, comfortable clothes, and completely unsexualized. I felt extremely free. My interview was somebody who also made me feel free, maybe too free during an interview? ? What? And it is funny because the photos don't really look touched, but the only one that's in color is like not up close to her face. All the really close ones are in black and white. I'm like, come on, it's because you ugly up close.
What was she? Was she just interviewed in Playboy, or was she posing for Playboy?
I'm guessing she was interviewed because remember, she doesn't want to be sexy Scribe. What's wrong with you?
Well, she can't be sexy Scribe because I'm the only sexy Scribe.
I would imagine you're sexier than she is.
No, I don't have to imagine.
I just love that I want to be shot like a man. You're not.
Well, line up on the wall. Look at the firing squad out here.
You're not a man. Stop competing with men. Just be yourself. Feminism has fucked up women in this way, and that some women, hashtag not all, are constantly competing with men while men are just going about their day living life. They've been told that they're inferior and have to fight against this notion that nobody fucking cares about.
Right.
If you're being shot in Playboy, chances are it's because you're already being objectified, sweetheart.
Yeah, and if you're comparing yourself to men as some kind of standard that you're trying to reach for, then you are on the low end of the stick by your own estimation.
If you're wanting to be shot like men, aren't you in the wrong fucking publication?
Yeah.
Somebody should draft her then.
Sure.
Drafter? Well, no, ERA right now. ERA.
Oh,
She wants to be shot like men. We got the army for that.
Mhm.
yeah, no shit. What else I got here? Washington Post analysis. I'm sorry, I don't remember if you did it, Scribe. The how many times Trump shook hands and patted backs and
Yeah. I didn't say much about it. Just like, oh my God, he did what? It reminded me of the two scoops of ice cream thing again.
yeah, I'm sorry, my brain is scattered. I couldn't remember if you talked about it in your thing because I know you.
No,
commented
I
on it.
didn't. No, I commented on it, but I didn't mention it in my deal. No.
Analysis. Trump shook hands, patted backs, and touched the microphone 31 times while declaring the coronavirus national emergency. This is in the fucking Washington Post.
Do they have a counter at the bottom? Like, CinemaSins?
I don't think so, but they did. They did actually break this down.
Oh, God.
It was, I think it was 2 pats on the back, 3 handshakes, and the rest were touching the microphone.
Was this written by Rain Man? He's just like, he's making a count every time. Oh, my God.
It's like, that's what you got out of this? That's what you... Oh, you fucking idiot. There's the Bob Casey. This one actually led to a little argument with me and old Losar on the Twitter machine today.
Oh, yeah.
Bob Casey tweeted out, right now in America, it's easier to get an AR-15 than a test kit for COVID-19. So? Those things are completely, ridiculously unrelated. Ridiculously unrelated. And I called him a fucking degenerate for it. And people, well, he's right. I'm like, yeah, it's literally easier to get AIDS in America right now than one of these tests. You notice he didn't use that example. I wonder why he might have said it's easier to get an AR-15. Maybe it's because he's a disgusting political jackass who's out there trying to take guns from people. No. It's just because he's trying to point out that it's all about the profit. I'm like, what the fuck? It's Losar's argument. I'm like, he never said anything about profit, you dumb fuck.
Yes, but I fill in the blanks for people who make narratives that I agree with.
Well, it's funny because I pointed out, like, you're the one who said that. And he said it again. I'm like, you're the one saying that. He goes, I feel like you didn't read what I said. Like, I feel like you're in the wrong conversation. I'm arguing about what that dickhead said, not what you said. Anyway, speaking of dickheads on Twitter, Cassandra Fairbanks, she tweeted this out today. She had a water pipe bust in her house. And she took a picture of it and put it up on Twitter. And a bunch of people were asking her, if she was okay and making sure that she knows, like, to make sure the carpet gets very dry so it doesn't get mold and stuff in it.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody responded to her. Where is it? Did that guy actually delete it? Oh, no. Maybe I'm just not allowed to read anymore. He said, what's with people online and unsolicited advice? I'm dying reading all these comments. And she responds with this. They're so annoying. Obviously, the crisis part is over, or I wouldn't be on Twitter, LOL. I thought it was clear when I wrote, I don't have water until tomorrow, that the water was already shut off. Ha, 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 ha. People are worried about your safety. They're worried about your health. And that's how you react?
Right.
You fucking disease. Everybody, look at me. Why is everybody paying attention to me? Fuck you. How dare you treat people who are worried about your health? You know what? How about this? Instead of they're so annoying, they're trying to be helpful. I get it, but I'm okay. How about that? They're so annoying. She actually wrote that. They're so annoying. Fuck you, lady. And that's all I got, Scribbles.
All right. Well, we got 10 minutes. Shall we do a Mad Lib?
Let's do a Mad Lib.
Sure.
Do a Mad Lib. Okay. Let me find a mail. Maybe I can find something health related that will be in theme. Let me see. Anything like that? Oh, well, this isn't that, but we'll do that. No, that's too short. I need something with at least a few more words than that. That's the problem. It's like if it's like 7 words, it's like that's way too short. Okay, this is decent. All right, so chat, this is what I need from you. Please put each of your suggestions into a separate chat message. If you can tag it with what it is so I can find it more easily. I need an occupation, a body part plural, and a body part singular. So an occupation, body part plural, and body part singular. Monkey, I need an adverb.
Adverb? Oh, we don't get those very often. Retardedly.
Satsu, I need a noun.
Let's see here. I know we're going. Are we doing this whole thing Corona themed? Because that's what I want to do.
Entirely up to you. I don't. Whatever.
Toilet paper roll.
Toilet paper roll. Okay. All right, Monkey. I need a liquid.
Vaginal secretion.
I somehow I knew that was coming. Satsu, I need a verb.
Infect.
Monkey, I need a number.
1/1024th.
Okay, and thank you, Sanguine. Wait, if he was saying it was all about the profit and people are panicking about COVID-19, then you know what would be a massive cash cow? Making and selling test kits for use by laymen. The problem is, I think he ran out of space for whatever the super chat allows. So is there going to be a part 2? Or is he going to just put it in a regular message? I don't know. We'll find out momentarily. Satsu, I need a noun plural.
Hospitals.
Monkey, I need a verb.
Shiver.
Ooh, nice one. Satsu, I need an adjective. Your favorite.
You gotta think of a good one here. How about we'll do diseased.
Okay. Monkey, I need a noun.
Wow. How about giraffe?
Okay. And Satsu, I need a noun plural.
Quarantine zones.
Okay. And this one I'm going to do myself for the sake of the theme. It asks me for an illness, and I'm going to say coronavirus. Keeping the theme. And now we are on to Chat. Oh, thank you, Sanguine, again. They aren't. Okay, let me read it all at once. Wait, if he was saying it was all about the profit and people are panicking about COVID-19, then you know what would be a massive cash cow? Making and selling test kits for use by laymen. The problem is they aren't lateral flow tests like pregnancy tests, and they are a bit of a pain to make, unlike AR-15s. Almost like it is as stupid as comparing oranges and Fabergé eggs. Just a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
With you on that 100%, dude. I don't know what the fuck this guy was thinking.
Thank you so much, Sanguine. Okay, so I need an occupation. Occupation. Furry Kitten says proctologist. All right, sounds good. Body part plural. Body part plural. Fairly Becca says balls. All right. And then body part singular. Texas Red says kidney. All right. We'll do that. All right, guys. Here we go. This one is called How to Wash Your Face. In order to wash your face retardedly, you must wet your toilet paper roll in warm vaginal secretion. Then infect it across your face 1,024th times. This will wash off any remaining hospitals. When you are done, you should shiver the cloth in diseased water to clean it. You should also wash your face with a giraffe to keep it smooth and shiny. This will also keep away the quarantine zones. Don't worry, it is normal to experience coronavirus the first time you try this. Consult your proctologist if you break out in balls.
Oh.
This works well on your kidney, too. The end.
Well done.
Balls now, would you?
I will screenshot that and share it presently. Yes, consult your proctologist if you wish to break your balls. All right, so save that as Mad Lib. All right, I'll post that in a moment. Why do I exist? Asks, is this Mad Libs? Yes, it was. But now we're a little early, but hey, it's chat time. So if you guys have questions, comments, concerns, conspiracy theories, complaints, if you have I don't know, ideas for what should the monetary value of a roll of toilet paper is going to get to in the next 3 weeks, put in the chat now. If you have questions for us specifically, please put plenty of chat marks after those. If you have statements for us to consider, please put plenty of statement marks after those. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, ask your friendly chat partner and they will explain it to you. Humble Clay, Scribe Light, when you look at MSS News, do you check top or latest tweets? Latest. Because top can bring in things from other days, and I want to make sure I get stuff that people are posting today. Or within the, range of showtime, let's say. Tack Alpaca, do you think vegans will eventually start blaming coronavirus on meat consumption?
I think so already.
Yeah, I was about to say probably already are. Gorbag Goes Camping. Was Bo Derek really a 10? A little before my time.
It's subjective. I would say no, but
for the sake of
people would.
Yeah, for the sake of that movie, yes. As compared to like today or personal taste, I never actually saw that movie as a kid, but I remember the poster or whatever, and I never really liked her hair. I guess that was the one thing that kind of turned me off because she had her hair all braided up, and that didn't do anything for me. So, RJ Bansma, Scribe Light, should we replace the coronavirus with a Toyota Corolla? Are people going to be infested with Toyota Corollas then? Because that would be kind of painful. Mata Winter, oh lords, what should I do as Corona-chan has blessed me with a month off? Oh.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, enjoy it. Read something you've been meaning to read, or take up a new hobby, or write stuff. I don't know. Or start a YouTube channel. You could try that.
Binge on anime.
Binge on anime. Stargazer says, "Who is my chat partner? I was never informed." Your chat partner is the person directly to your left. Pyrus Creed, does the left's glee over the coronavirus remind anyone of Lord Farquaad from Shrek saying, quote, "Some of you may die, but that is a sacrifice I am willing to make," unquote? Little bit. And maybe not people's death. I don't want to go so far as to say people are wishing people to die. I know there are probably some that are specific individuals, but at least wishing for panic to set in and blame to be aimed in one particular political direction, for sure. Texas Red, Lords of the Night. Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Because you know what to do to make me sing.
Oh God.
It doesn't take much. I'm a soft touch when it comes to that. No one nowhere. Has the CDC given an estimation on the length of coronavirus's season? Well, conceivably months until we get a vaccine. But given the fact that even after you've gotten past it, you could be reinfected with it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how long it's going to last. I hope China's right for once, and it's done by the summertime or late spring or whatever. But we'll see. Sar Jim says, disappointed none of the big box stores aren't limiting purchases of things like hand sanitizers. Hey man, this is a giant boom for these guys. Why would they limit?
Lady Monkey went back to the store today.
Yeah.
And they had toilet paper this time. I told the story on Monkey in the Morning how there was none yesterday when we went. And apparently at the Walmart where we are, they're not stopping you from loading your cart up. But when you get to the front, they're like, you can't have all that. So.
Yeah, the store nearby me, they're like three packs per guest, period.
Yeah.
RJ Bands with Scribe, like best song by Weird Al. You Don't Love Me Anymore is one of my favorite songs by him. You don't know that one. It's because I don't think it ever had a video, or if it did, it was very. Maybe it did have a video. It was it looked like a extreme kind of thing. It was that kind of song. So look up You Don't Love Me Anymore. That's hilarious.
I think Word Crimes is one of my favorite songs by him.
That's pretty good. I also like, there's tons of his that I like, but the one that I always love quoting is You Don't Love Me Anymore.
Wait a minute.
What?
Damn it.
What?
I didn't get an answer.
Well, you got to be quick on this.
And I'm not Satsu. I'm not going to take that shit.
Oh!
My favorite used to be Yoda, but he has a song called Do I Creep You Out? Which I absolutely love because he sings it so passionately.
Yeah.
So yeah. I'm sorry, Scribbles. I didn't mean to interrupt you with my answer to the question. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You had
I'm done being a brat over here.
Yeah. And then
there was literally 0 seconds of pause.
Right. Yeah. And then, yeah. Mono Winter. Oh, Lords. Is the Lords of the Night a self-help cult, a dark secrets cult, or a fertility cult?
Yes.
Well, Satsu and Squishy got pregnant while the show was happening, so it's the one.
I don't think they got pregnant while the show was happening.
while he was a host on the show.
I'm not judging.
During that time period, not like on the show. The baby came on the show. The baby arrived on the show.
If it did happen, you'll never know.
That's true, too. A self-help cult. Well, we have done advice columns in the past, so sure. Yep. And a dark secrets cult. Yes. So it's all these things. And more.
Yes.
We're like the Swiss Army knife of cults.
We need an explanation for dark secrets, though. Because Monkey asked me questions about Black people stuff.
Dark secret. Oh,
I see what you did.
There you go.
Let's see. Red Dirt Runner. Satsu, have you seen Guilty Crown? And if yes, did you cry at the end?
Guilty Crown. That does not ring a bell. Kind of reminds me of Guilty Gear. No, I don't think I've seen that.
Let's see. Devil Fruit Zero, Scribe Light. Everything you know is wrong is the best. Oh yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah, I mean, a lot of Weird Al songs are great. I mean, I like the videos a lot too. There was the one about Charles Nelson Riley. that video is great. Let's see. Stargazer Nuts. Watch Ranting Monkey and Satsu 2 cents after this stream on 2 cents plus. That's right, guys. Alyssa doesn't lie. Wikipedia snippet and learning to code is taking a fucking while. Okay. Well, if you're learning to code, do you happen to be a former journalist by any chance? Because I hear that is an alternative to failing online media. And Trigger Happy. Trigger Happy is also a great Weird Al song. Trigger Happy is great.
I haven't heard that one.
Oh, it's amazing. Devil Fruit Zero, Scribe Light, does Monkey have any diabetes advice for a recently diabetic like me? I don't know, Monkey, do you?
It's gonna sound what's what I'm looking for. Like I'm saying, don't follow medical advice, but follow medical advice, but question it. They sent me to a specialist to teach me how to eat, and one of the things the bitch told me was to start drinking low fat milk, and I'm like, why? She goes, because it's better for you. I said, yes, but I'm a diabetic, and you just told me to drink low fat milk, which they add sugar to make up for the taste.
Uh-oh.
And she went, no, they don't. I'm like, yeah, they do. And she had to look it up. She, oh my God, you're right. I'm like, yeah, why are you telling diabetics to drink that? Just because low fat is what they tell everybody now. Just be careful with that. Don't go on low fat stuff and look at it, because it's usually got more sugar. But eat better and exercise, man. It's very, very manageable these days. Just make sure you eat better and exercise.
Massive Dynamics. Lords of the Night. If coronavirus gets Monkey, who would you replace him with? Grand Monkey.
Yeah, several people now have asked me if they can have my stuff if I die. No, my equipment will be going to Lady Monkey when I die.
Yeah, we're not going to replace Monkey. That doesn't happen. Somebody else might join the show if Monkey were out for some reason, but no, we're not going to replace him. Devil Fruit Zero, Scribe Light, does Monkey have any? Oh yeah, I just read that. Sorry, my chat did not jump that time, and I was like, what? Full of malarkey. Lords of the Night. If the Wu flu causes the zombie apocalypse, what is the best weapon to survive, and how should I set up my base? Well, it depends on what kind of zombies we're talking about. Are they the smart zombies? Are they the Night of the Living Dead zombies? Are they the 28 Days Later zombies? Because if they're Night of the Living Dead zombies, they have a really hard time figuring out stairs. So if you don't have any stairs, or you have like one of those liftable staircases up, whatever, you can kind of keep them away from you. But I think a good old axe is a good weapon to have, or a machete.
You want a solid metal weapon. I like crowbars. They're not great in games, but in real life they would be very helpful because they don't break.
Hey, in games, man, Half-Life.
Fucking crowbars in zombie games break with like 3 hits. I'm like, it's solid steel, you jackass.
Not in Half-Life. It's like the permanent weapon.
I said in zombie games. Half-Life isn't a zombie game.
There's zombies in Half-Life.
You don't listen to me.
There are zombies in Half-Life.
This is why I see other people.
Let's see. Pirates Creed. If you die, Monkey, can I have your wife?
No.
Jeez.
I have ruined her for all other men.
You guys are just grim tonight. Red Dirt Runner, Lords of the Night. Can't we just tell the coronavirus to learn to code? Yeah. The genetic code. Angry Illinoisan. Now, why did you get so mad? It was just a flesh wound, Dad. Yes, trigger happy. I got a semi-automatic hunting rifle with a laser sight. Shoot to kill now. Shoot to kill. Oh, I'm praying somebody tries to break in here tonight. It's great. Great song. Cannibalistic Wizard. Does there are no rules bug y'all? There are... What? I don't know what you're referring to. So... I don't know. Mono Winter, oh lords, why can't Ranty Monkey just admit he needs a cat to be a mouser?
Oh, sorry. What?
I don't know if that's a metaphor for something.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that means.
Why is Chatmort sad? Chatmort just put a little sad face in there. People, say hi to Chatmort and cheer her up.
What's up, sweetie?
Yeah. Say something nice to Chatmort. She shouldn't be sad. You know what Chatmort has? She has what I refer to as Cleopatra eyes. She has got one set of eyeballs on her. Have you seen those?
Yeah, all the time.
Okay.
I totally keep my eyes up. I was gonna say she has a wonderful personality, and I really do like her streams and her videos she does. But I had to make a joke because people get. The last time me and her were actually interacting anytime on Twitter with somebody, you just use your boobs for attention. Like, bitch, most of the time her boobs are covered. Stop it. But it was one video they didn't like, and she just happened to be wearing not even a low cut shirt, but you could see the top of her cleavage. Like, oh, fuck off.
Scribe,
sorry, Catmore. Just
fucking strong.
I'm sorry, I cut you off there.
You have to try that again, Satsu.
Oh, I say, are you saying that her eye game is strong?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I think there's a song called Cleopatra Eyes out there somewhere, if I'm not mistaken.
I wish people wouldn't take me seriously because of my titties.
No one does.
It's not because of my titties, though.
Nobody can see them.
It's because of my personality. That makes it more hurtful.
Let's see. Jason Smith. Will Harvey Weinstein become sad in prison just like Epstein? Oh, he's going to become sad, but not like Epstein. It's because he's a feeble old man who's like a high profile, and there are a lot of people in there that would love to make a name for themselves who have nothing to lose.
By fucking Harvey Weinstein?
Or doing other horrible things to him. Let's see. Chatmort says, that was hilarious. If all I need to weed out morons is boobies, I'll wear lower shirts in my videos more often. And an e-girl is born.
Just so fucking dumb. It really was.
Humble Clay says Betty Davis eyes. Well, that's another way to put it too, but I think Cleopatra eyes has more of a ring to it. Let's see. Mr. Scott says, I can't believe it. There are people driving 30 minutes to my small town for toilet paper because their town, which is 10 times bigger, is almost out. Hey, supply and demand. Delford Zero, Scribe Light, is it surprising that there is a sexy anime gender-bent Bernie Sanders drawing on the Twitter telling people to vote? Surprising in the current year? No. Humble Clay says, Satsu, did you enjoy the movie A Silent Voice, and did you cry like a baby while watching it?
That movie was excellent. And no, I didn't cry like a baby, but it almost got me. It's that movie was really, really good. It's actually a story. It's one of those anime that could easily be a movie with real people, but it's just an anime. Basically, this girl is deaf, and this kid makes a habit of just like fucking with her because she's deaf. And he grows up it tells both of the stories, how she grew up dealing with the fact that it happened to her, and how he grew up dealing with the fact that he now has to live with it. Because a lot of people, when the shit hit the fan, everybody else in the class was making fun of her too. But when everything went down, everybody blamed it on him. So he had to grow up with like this "you're a piece of shit" stigma, and it's a good story. You should check it out if you're curious. It was really good.
All right, thank you, Sanguine. Everyone else that has fecked him has become famous. Why wouldn't it work for the dude that causes him to no longer be able to audibly fart? Jesus.
I feel like I missed something there.
Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Whew.
Check your logic. If it's racist to say Wuhan virus, would it also be racist if these same people who complained are cheering that the Brazilian president tested positive for coronavirus? I thought Well, I mean, maybe it's changed since then. I thought I read a story that said the Brazilian president tested negative.
There was a positive/negative test, so it did turn
Oh.
out, at least last I heard, that he wasn't, but
Okay.
somebody in his entourage did test positive.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, but to the point, yeah, they're fucking shitty people.
Lanky McSwanky, why are people hoarding toilet paper? I just don't get it. Is TP a convenience, not a necessity? Well, okay. If you take literally, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't, depending on the circumstances or what your local community or health department says, but if you take literally the instruction or the warning that you may have to hunker down for up to 2 weeks to let the virus play itself out if you happen to be infected, or to stay away, or to help reduce the spread, then, you know, some necessities are going to diminish a lot more quickly, probably, because if you're not going anywhere else but home to relieve yourself, then your toilet paper will go by faster than if you're also using the, you know, bathroom at work or at school or something else. So that is the logic behind it. More logic behind it is, I bought toilet paper 2 weeks ago when this whole thing started because I saw this coming. So I don't have to worry about it. Also, I live alone.
When you don't have friends or family.
Weebo Jones is here. I am dead, guys. Well, you're typing awfully well for a corpse.
What's wrong, sweetheart?
She's probably upset about her old school thing, which I don't blame her for. Mono Winch says, oh lords, y'all have never heard of a mouser before? It is a cat that catches mice. Why you know things? I know what a mouser is, but I didn't understand what you were talking about when you're saying to Monkey about it, like it was an inside joke or something.
Yeah, I wasn't sure why it came up.
Weebo says, I'm nearly done packing. Yeah. Yeah, don't be dead. Just, you know, be mobile, I guess. Humble Clay says, NBC criticized Trump and said that the Brazilian president was positive. They lied. They either lied or were misinformed. Given that they are a news organization, either one of those options is not a good look for them. Jordan 250, there was a Fire Emblem character called Bernie, and I saw a Bernie 2020 joke, but no gender bent character. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. Weebo Jones says, I leave tomorrow for home, and then I don't know. Well, do the same thing as Mata. You read a book or write something. You should write a book like SDA is, except write it about, I don't know, life as a midget or something. Delford Zero says, did you see the movie Stay Tuned?
Oh.
Is that? No, that's not that Albert Brooks movie, is it?
Oh, God, that's...
or is that John Ritter? Is that John Ritter?
I believe so. Long time ago. I haven't seen it in forever.
My brain is like reaching back and seeing a poster for it with like two people inside a TV or something, and I don't know if that's accurate or not.
I have seen it, but it's one that it was a long time ago, like when it first came back on VHS, and we rented it and haven't seen it since. So,
yeah, Weebo, write a book called The Plague Year. No one nowhere says yes, Ritter. Okay, all right, because like in my head, I might be wrong, but I see because I used to work in a video store. I'm in a box art. I'm seeing something like the man and the woman inside the TV or going into the TV or something, and it's John Ritter and somebody else. That's all I remember. If I saw that movie, it was once, and it was a million years ago. Let's see. Ranting Monkey says, Weebo, write a book about how amazing your friend Monkey is. Oh. Let's see. Attack Alpaca. Do you see Sunday's debate getting ugly? Well, if even in a calm environment, like Joe Biden just standing alone in front of a camera reading from his phone, he can literally wander off the ranch.
He just fucking wandered away.
Yeah, because here's the thing. So far, most of the gaffes, quote unquote, that we have seen Biden commit, especially the most striking ones, have been under pressure when someone is either questioning him or trying to interrogate him or challenging him, in groups when there's a lot of noise and such. And, maybe that's the trigger for his brain to go sideways. In this instance, the debate is going to be basically just him and Bernie sitting down in front of the moderators with no live audience. So you could not ask for a more sedate environment for a politician to have to discuss the issues. If Biden loses his way in that environment, you put that up against any situation where he's under pressure, and you see what a President Biden is going to do. So will it get ugly? I don't know if it'll be ugly. I think it might be cringy. I think mostly be cringy. It's sort of like watching, you know how you watch something that you know is going to be uncomfortable and you yourself start to feel that discomfort? That kind of thing.
I know that
Yeah.
more than anybody.
So I predict one of two things. It'll either be exceedingly boring or it'll be tense/cringy, or it might be periods of boredom with high spikes of tense cringy.
I think it'll be gafferific.
I had a great thought today, Scribbles.
Yes, did
Wouldn't it
you?
be
What
funny?
was her name?
Scribe, believe it or not.
Oh,
No, wouldn't it be great if Bernie refuses to sit down throughout the debate?
he's standing up and emoting the whole time. He's like holding his arms up. It's like this. It's gonna be this big.
It's gonna be cute. It's gonna be huge.
Huge. It's gonna be huge.
It's just his crotch the whole time.
Yeah, the camera doesn't move. It's just like.
Jim just sent us something on Twitter. Eventually, everyone will be quarantined in their homes with no sports to watch, and in 9 months from now, a boom of babies will be born.
Yeah.
Call them the coronials.
Oh,
nice.
damn. That's a good one. And that's a good point. That is a good point. Sort of like being snowed in. Yeah, it tick off 9 months after a particular area has a lockdown and see what happens. Oh, especially in Italy. Oh my God. RJ Bands with Scribe Light. Did anyone see a lot of motorsport events getting postponed or getting canned altogether? Name your event: concerts, movie productions, NCAA, Disneyland. Everything's getting shut down. Anything that's going to have more than about 10 people in a room together, that's an official event, is either being postponed or shut down. The Louisiana primary is being pushed back like 2 months. So.
Wow.
Pirates Creek, considering how old the DNC frontrunners are, should Tulsi Gabbard stay in the race in the event nature takes its course? I think it's still going to be an empty attempt. I mean, if Biden completely crashes and burns on Sunday, no pun intended for the burns part, he probably will still end up being the majority nominee. Unless he does something ridiculous. But, I mean, at worst, it'll be a brokered convention between those two, and Tulsi won't have much of a stake in it, I don't think.
If that happens, I am totally convinced we're living in a movie. And I swear to God, what's going to happen is they're going to both croak. And Tulsi's going to go up on stage. She's going to be like, we did it, guys. Finally did it. And then she's going to start laughing maniacally and pull off the mask, and it's going to be Putin.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Keyword M says coronialism. There's something to be had here. Motto Winter Scribe, you ever see the movie Easter Leg Hunt, where the Easter Bunny hunts down a group of people who cut its leg for good luck?
We got asked that yesterday.
I have never seen that. No.
I think that was on the night he wasn't here.
It could be. Yeah, because I don't remember hearing that question. But I mean, did you ever see Night of the Lepus? With the giant rabbits terrorizing a town?
Can't say that I do.
Oh, man. Night of the Lepus. DeForest Kelly. McCoy was in that movie. Let's see. Weebo Jones says, thank God for Chevy trunk space, guys. Yeah, because Weebo's got a lot of shit. She's a girl.
Why you got so much shit?
She's a girl. She's got like 20 tons of clothes. And all those step ladders she needs to like reach things. Mr. Scott says the coronials will have names like Charmin and Cottonelle. Oh God.
Oh, nice.
No, someone will do something like I remember several years ago the big trend was to take the word heaven backwards, like Nevea. Name your kid Nevea. Somebody will take like Purell, turn it backwards, and that'll be the name of your kid or something, or Charmin. Ryan Rawlings, Scribe, are you saying that Weebo Jones has junk in her trunk? Well, I mean, I would never be so crass as to make such a suggestion. Because truth be told, I don't think I've ever seen Weebo in profile bodily. So I assume so, but you know what happens when you assume. And that was a meta joke. Let's see. Mono Winter, oh lords, why is Scribe not drunk? Because I haven't had an alcoholic drink today. That's the easiest answer. Random American says Nimrock. Yes, Nimrock. That'll be a trending name soon. Nimrock. Let's see. Devil Fruit Zero. Scribe, ever heard of Shark Exorcist? I have, actually. I have. Yeah, I never saw it. I know of it. Let's see. Harvest Marvels. What a polite way to say I have never seen her ass. That's, well, thanks for ruining the politeness of it by making it plain. I mean, I was trying to be considerate and, gentlemanly about it, but there you go. Weebo Jones says, most of the junk in my trunk is YouTube gear, FYI. That sounds either painful or kinky or both, I suppose. I don't know why you'd put it there, but whatever floats your boat, Weebo. Monkey says, I've seen Weebo's ass. I'm not speaking on it. She's a wonderful woman. It almost seems like you're saying she doesn't have an ass worth talking about.
I'm not speaking on her ass.
Well, I know you're not speaking on her ass. You're in Michigan.
She's a wonderful woman.
Okay. Weebo says, I'll say it. I have a hell of an ass. Okay. Well, you heard it. You heard it there, folks. There you go. From the horse's mouth, as it were.
I've seen her try to jump up into a big chair.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. See, I miss all the good stuff because I have to work. Massive Dynamics Scribe is shopping for picks. Nope. I'm certainly not. I wouldn't say no, but I'm not soliciting. Harvest Mars Scribe, have you ever seen Velocipaster? Yes, that's how it's spelled. No, but have you ever seen, what was it? The Neon Pope or something? Was it Neon Pope or Cyber Pope? There's a preview out there. It's for a movie that probably doesn't exist. It's one of those things where they just make a preview, but it was like the Cyber Pope, something like that, and it's ridiculous.
Sounds ridiculous.
It's a hilarious trailer, but it would make a ridiculous movie. Let's see. Devil Fruit Zero Scribe, who is the sexiest guest that has been on Lords of the Night? Oh. Guest.
Drunkle hands down.
Drunkle's hands down? Okay. I don't know what it's doing down there.
Well, that's why I had to give the answer I just gave.
I mean, I don't know. That's one of those loaded questions because we've had so many beautiful women on here.
For me, it was my wife, but I may be biased.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Other than my wife, I would actually say Weebo.
I might also be biased. I'd probably say SDA because she has transformed herself in recent months. To her credit.
Oh, she's gorgeous, but
yeah.
And I'm not speaking to Satsu's wife because that would be rude. So yeah, Weebo.
Check Your Logic says Undoomed was on here. Yes, Undoomed's been on here a couple of times, and Bearing at least once or twice. Blair White was on here immediately after her debate with Lacey Green.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Which was the most bizarre but cool event to happen. Was that because she knows you, Monkey? Was that what that was?
No, well, it was because of Andy Worski.
All right.
Andy Worski had tweeted something out, and I tweeted to him that we were streaming about it at that time, and he either liked it or retweeted it or something, and she saw it and came into the audience.
Weibo is apparently saying that everybody's voting for her for sexiest. So, okay, Weibo, you were the sexiest guest. There, it's been said. And with that being said, guys, we are at the top of the hour and thus the end of the show. So everybody, thank you so much for coming out tonight to join us, as you always do. You guys really are the best audience in the world. Remember, if you want some more Monkey and Satsu action, and is Sinatra joining you as well?
Probably.
I think so.
All right, over on 2 cents plus, that's the number 2 cents plus, all one word. Right after the show, you can go watch Monkey and Satsu and Sinatra fight zombies in 7 Days to Die. Remember also that tomorrow, per the usual routine, we'll be on Monkey's channel at the regular time. Anything else to plug, guys, before we go?
No. And Monkey, I thought you would have said you were the sexiest person on the show.
I'm not a guest. I'm a
He's not
co-host.
a guest. Yeah, he's a co-host. And then Weibo says, thank you. Was that so hard? Well, it wasn't before, but now it is.
If it was hard, you'd have got the vote, sweetie.
No!
Yeah.
Wah, 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 wah. But yeah, everybody, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming out tonight. Moderators, thank you for keeping an eye on things, even though our audience is the best behaved in the world. Everybody who donated, thank you for your generosity. It'll all go towards things that I really need, like hand sanitizer and toilet paper and cheese wheels that I can barter with when the economy crashes, which is totally going to happen. Just wait, guys. And with that, Monkey, Satsu, thank you for joining me as always.
Yeah, whatever.
Everyone, your lives make us sad, and we will see you, Corona.
Goodbye, guys.
That's funny.
And with me, as always, is the Screw the Roses, Send Me the Thorns, the romance and sexual sorcery of sadomasochism. And today's secret word is trembling.
Oh.
Ooh. I'm trembling in anticipation.